Harry Caray was a man that didn't recognize his own sons. Fans loved him. And then tragedy.
I remember one time I was in a bar in St. Petersburg during... It was either the playoffs or spring training. And I remember I found a prostitute with Bob Murphy. Bob, do you remember that gal?
I remember her. We tag-teamed her. It was kind of nice. We put her out in the rotisserie and played pinochle on her back.
That's what I wanted to talk about. I'm not done with that. Bob had the front end, if you will.
Someone just put a wet vac down my windpipe.
We'll get to it. I had the back end and realized halfway through that, well, there's a home run by Mark Grace. I realized halfway through that she had a penis.
Harry Caray definitely sporting the high hard one that night.
You're not lying, Bob Murphy. Why? One thing that I always said that. Bob, look at this kid over here.
The look of surprise on the girl's face when I hacked a loogie on her back and she thought I was finished. She spun around and I gave it to her. Both barrels.
You're watching Beyond the Glory. Bob Murphy and Harry Caray.
Ever notice when you sit out in the sun a long time, your head gets pink? You would think that your hair would act as some kind of buffer to the sun, but it doesn't happen. Dave Stewart just knocked out Frank Robinson. There's the 1-0. What is a fax machine? And why is it so magical? Ever drive with your left hand and realize, hey, I've been driving with my left hand for a long time. And you switch for absolutely no reason. I've never been hit in the face with a baseball, but I'm sure Kevin Seitzer's going to feel some pain after that pitch.
I remember that night with that hose bag. She had 4 balls on her, and she wasn't walking anywhere.
Hey, how about when we made her walk to the vending machine because we wanted her to do that trick with the Clark bar? You ate the whole thing. As the worm said, but Araboo. Rico Brogna is going to bat for Bobby Bonilla. Vanilla, it's spelled, but it's Bonilla nonetheless. Holy Jesus. Bobby Bonilla just shoved Jeremy Burnett's right in the kisser. You know, I have a rockaway bed. And my friends are all on Stacker, too. But you don't mix it with beer, so it doesn't really work with me. Hideki Arabu just pulled his pants down and relieved himself on the mound. When I drink the Stacker, too, it goes right through me. Bob, the color in your face is draining.
Is the pneumonia. Pneumonia.
Maybe we should take him to go see my father. That's not a bad idea, little Nicky.
Any more liquid in my lungs, I'm going to need gills. Oh, I have them? Oh, I don't.
I thought you guys were going to go to heaven because of all the good things you did. After the story with the hooker and the Clark bar, I kind of have no choice. Send us where you will, little man. Just root for the Cubbies.
You're watching Little Nicky, Harry Caray, and Bob Murphy, Beyond the Glory.
Speaking of glory, remember that glory hole you were in front of with your 3/4 pants, Harry? I remember it like it was yesterday.
I didn't know they were 3/4 pants, Bob. I thought they just didn't fit. Here I am walking around all night thinking I'm a horse's ass because clothes don't fit, home plate's on fire. Turns out I'm wearing 3/4 pants. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone with 3/4 pants. Weiniger, Butch Weiniger. Butch Weiniger is gay. Ask Dave Winfield.
Oh, wow.
Long, strong black arms stroking. Speaking of long black arms, Barry Bonds holds that bat like it weighs about 1 ounce. That's it.
Aaron, what's going on?
That's Jeff Kent.
Yes.
The funniest thing is when they just run out of things to say during the game and they just start making fun of people.
I like vaginas.
When they were playing in Montreal last week, and they just started wailing on how nobody ever comes to the games and how there's so many empty seats.
That's what they got to do.
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's the
It's the
funniest
Mets.
thing.
Oh, Jesus. Help me out.
No, look.
I can't understand why there's not more people here. You know, I saw more people out of the glory hole last night to pitch high and wide for ball 2.
I don't understand these Mets, Bob. Here's a team that just last year pushed the Yankees to the brink of elimination in Game 2 of the World Series. And they get a Japanese guy to replace Mike Hampton. Shuji. They had Masato Yoshii. I guess you're only allowed one Japanese man per team in the National League, because we know that the Seattle Mariners are chock full of Japanese players. Suzuki, Sasaki, and Suzuki. Eat your lunch. Eat your... He'll be Rookie of the Year, probably. Way inside the Gutierrez.
Wow.
Hey, Bob.
Yes, Harry.
When did they take you off of that bag?
Well, my colostomy bag is quite full at the time. Full of my own feces, which I will throw at you right now.
If
I can?
I could make a request, sir, could you throw it on me? I'm the devil's son. That movie's one of the most underrated movies I've ever seen.
Really?
I love Little Nicky.
I got to check it out.
I laughed. So I was in a hotel room watching it. I didn't know, like, there was no one there.
Yeah.
In Georgia Tech. So I threw the hotel stationery across the room because I didn't know how to react. I was like a black person in the front row of the Apollo. I was laughing so hard, I was just picking up furniture and throwing it. Those windows do not break.
If you were like a black person, you would have picked up luggage and jumped on it.
That was not Jay Mohr. That was Jim Norton. Jim Norton, Comedy Cellar. Niger Ennis will meet you there.